Oh man. Alright. So I am 3-9. That's 7-5, so I'm playing against next. Kinda scared. Hey, tired, hey, time. Alright. Done with the games. It's out there and go and get a sweep. Alright. Game is now started.
Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Indians, Progressive Field here in Cleveland. Kyle Hendricks will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, EK?
Yeah, Matty, you got this ball club to win.
Jackie Batter's doing this seems to always come up with something a little crazy, so figured I'd start out the game with him, and you already got a base hit.
Base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard to open up the ball game.
Yeah, a nice job there as this one gets right up the middle to start the ball game. Always nice to put a guy in the stretch right from the very start.
Kevin Kiermaier stands in for the first time now, looking to stay hot. He's been a real force at the plate over the last week or so.
Batting 250, that's not too bad, but it could be higher.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Now the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. To second for one. On to first, and they get the double play. A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners' starting lineup. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of those sinking fastballs, so you got to look for the ball to get up in the zone. If you swing at anything down, you're going to be rolling over pitches, and it's hard to get a rally started if you're hitting into double plays all day.
Corey Dickerson will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Let's see what I can get.
A high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Eric, we take a look at the Tribe as they begin here tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape. Winners in 7 of their last 10.
And I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't their finest performance of the year, that's for sure, but they're capable of playing much better ball, and I think we'll see a sharper focus here in this one.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
And Fillmore usually gets high praise from most people for his command of the zone. He will occasionally give the pitcher just a little extra off the plate if he spots it well, though.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging,
wow,
and
that
will end the inning. John Lackey gets the call for game 1 of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, was not real effective in his last start. Gave up 5 earned runs. Going to have to try to limit that here in this one.
Oh, and he hung him a curveball there, and he's going to live to regret it as this ball is going to wind up well over the wall in left field. A long home run. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Already down 1-0.
You take a look at these Mariners entering play here tonight. It was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, I think what they need is a little bit more consistency from the middle of that order. They need production with runners in scoring position.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
And these guys already have one home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Squared that one up just a little late. Lackey steps into the windup. Here's the 0-2. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Boy, now that's a home run and a double against him here in the first inning. It looks like he's had a hard time just settling in, and they're jumping all over him.
Kyle Seager comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right
there. Come on, man.
In the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Good deal, good deal.
And with that, let's take a look at how the Mariners will set up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Sure, guys. Some of the things that Xander Bogaerts does.
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game. Throw won't get him.
I don't know what to do.
So a runner in scoring position with two men gone. And digging in is the right fielder, Franklin Gutierrez. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
We saw this in his last start. He just hasn't been able to find that put-away pitch.
Bro, damn.
Strikes it. You've got to have it this time.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Now, he does have first base open, so he doesn't have to come in right here.
Come on,
He
Lackey.
can try to make that perfect pitch, and you know what? If he misses, who cares?
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Right side, hit hard. Jerko has it. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here.
All right.
Yasiel Puig will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike one.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
My
Swing and a
God.
miss on a pitch outside, 1-2 now.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him.
Well, I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. A pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder.
Shit.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Jose Abreu coming from Cuba, everybody knew about what he could do at the plate offensively. But he's also making a name for himself defensively. He's made some incredible highlight reel plays. A manager doesn't need his first baseman to be the greatest defensive player of all time. He
just needs him to be reliable, and Abreu is just that.
Not the
What am I
greatest
doing?
at
Come
bat
on.
thus
Snap
far
out of
as
it.
he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now. Swinging a soft liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Alright, good hit.
Xander Bogaerts takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through for a hit. Yunel Escobar will stand in, and you see the average there, up over 300 to start the new season. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in
I
a tough
gave him
spot
that.
to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And this one's taken by Escobar. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Come on, baby. Stay alive.
And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2.
And now, whatever pitch he feels most comfortable with, that's the pitch he needs to throw right here, because he cannot afford to put this one out of the strike zone.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Now the double steal is on here.
Oop, go back.
Conforto is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second
I didn't mean to
out.
hit that button.
Yeah, that was a really good battle right there. It took him a lot of pitches to finally get the fly ball out. Now, obviously you're not going to get on base, but I wouldn't consider that a wasted at-bat at all.
Jed Jerko will stride in. He was 1 for 3 in the ballgame back on Sunday. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
Oh,
Turned
damn
on
it.
that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory.
It's alright.
And
We
he
got
will
some base
indeed
hits.
make the
I'm
play in
feeling
foul
confident this game.
territory.
Can't give up. Still a
Giovanni
young season.
Soto will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. Grounded
Throw it,
down
bro.
the third
What are you
baseline.
waiting for?
And Escobar's throw will take care of him for the first out. Joseph Martinez will stand in, hoping to get things turned around here in April as he enters play with an average down in the 220s. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Can't quite get around in time
man,
to keep
they're
it
pretty good
fair,
at
and
getting
it
battle
remains
ball.
0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Lackey's ready. Here's the 0-2. slapped hard the opposite way. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Well, don't worry. I'll tell you, if you keep hitting the ball like this, sooner or later it's going to even out as the season goes on. Just a little unlucky right there as he hits that ball right at him.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. Hit the other way out toward right field. Puig's got a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Ryan Hennigan steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy.
Damn, I should
find a way to get on base, and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Damn it.
And it's quickly 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball.
I was thinking it was going to go a little bit more in the zone.
Ready with the 0-2. Hit to third.
Oh, shit.
Throw to first in time. And the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The batter, designated hitter,
Jackie Bradley Jr. will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
I ain't gonna mess up like I did last
game.
Oh, God dog it.
Now I'm interested to see if he has a similar
move, Poochie. You gotta go somewhere.
And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Not enough space.
Kevin Kiermaier will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now a swing and a miss.
Damn.
Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
I tried.
Chop foul
Damn
right
it,
at
man.
home plate. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. Ian Kinsler digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
1 away. Stepping in, Jose Abreu. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And Lackey jumps ahead of him here with the fastball. Strike 1. Hard hit ball to second.
Okay. We got him out first.
Backhanded. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
And after giving up those 2 first-inning runs, he's really been able to settle down, and now that's 6 in a row he's retired.
Kyle Seager stands in for the second time.
Might take a minute, but we'll get it done.
Lined out in his first at-bat. In there at the knees, strike 1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. And here's a pitch inside. And
he fucking swung. Damn it.
Michael Conforto stands in after hitting an RBI double his first time around.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
That's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2.
If he keeps fucking up like this.
Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 left. Leading off the inning, Corey Dickerson, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Oh, boy, he is attacking hitters in this one. Another first pitch strike right there, and he's up right around 90% in that category so far.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Hot shot on the ground is short. Escobar is up with it. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Settling in now, Yasiel Puig. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time.
I have no
up.
idea why I drafted this guy for other than
maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
There's the sinker to start him out, missing down and away for ball one. A little tapper. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Will Myers will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount
any
kind of threat whatsoever.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
Damn it.
Hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning?
Right.
He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the
Let's look a
side
little
is
bad out
retired.
there.
Mariners are down in order. There's Franklin Gutierrez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Right fielder, Franklin Gutierrez.
Right back at it now is Lackey as he gets ahead to start the frame. It's strike 1. Drilled to the right side.
Oh yeah, nice play, Jerko.
Dirty. It's in time.
No way. That was awesome.
The shortstop.
Striding into the box, Eduardo Escobar. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Lackey looks in. Here he comes 0-1. Hit to short. Bogarts has it. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
Now batting. Catcher.
So 2 gone now for the Tribe here in the 4th. And standing in is the catcher, Giovanni Soto.
Ooh.
Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Let's try to.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Oh.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left.
Please bounce off
Dickerson
the wall.
going back. Still going back.
Fuck.
Gone.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be.
A solo home run for Giovanni
taking
Soto.
him out early today,
And the
folks.
Indians move in front now, 3-0. Joseph Martinez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Right over the top with that curveball.
I mean, I'm
and it's
placing the
0-2.
pitches okay,
just
but
a little
good
over
God.
inches right there. I
Seems
guess
like I'm pitching him.
He had a pretty good gauge on that fastball.
Putting
He
him in there a
hoped
little
he'd see
too
it again,
perfect.
but he got the curveball instead.
Lined hard toward
Come on,
right
please.
center. And that'll
Oh,
split the
my
gap
God.
as it should be extra bases. Around first on his way to second now.
I dare you to try it.
And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Well, this guy's been in desperate need of anything, something. Give him something positive. So this is just what the doctor ordered. It's a mistaken location, no doubt about that. And when a guy's scuffling, this is like a gift from heaven as he jumps all over it and drives it for 2 bases.
That's in there. And he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Inside as that perhaps will back him off a bit.
Oh, what
1-2.
the hell? Why did I hit
Dive,
the
but
damn?
he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Long throw to the plate. And he
Good
is
God.
safe at the plate. It's now a 4-0 game.
Oh my God.
Ian Kinsler steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy. And it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
Pitch taken there by Kinsler, and he's out in front now. 2 balls and a strike. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short, and we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So Xander Bogarts will dig in now, the winner of the American League's Silver Slugger Award for shortstop a season ago. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Turned on down the line.
Shit.
But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Yeah,
good swing
I think
on a
that was,
tough pitch, and
right
he'll
there,
stick
so
around to see another one. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there, as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. Yunel Escobar is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Chop foul at the plate. Strike
right
one.
there, that's all. Yeah, it was.
Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch.
Oh.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be two. Kinsler for one.
Oh,
on to first,
man.
and they'll get Escobar as well. A double play.
The batter, number 3.
Jed Jerko is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
Down the third base
There we go.
line.
That was a good hit.
And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And he's able to get back in there at first safely. So he's aboard here on the 2-out single, but overall this is one of the weaker offensive ball clubs around, at least in terms of team batting average.
Yeah, Matt,
Yeah,
as we take a look at this graphic here, you can see this isn't one of the stats this team is very proud of. So needless to say, opposing pitchers have been loving the returns when facing off against these guys.
No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right.
Of course,
and
he fucking
Gutierrez
caught it.
will make the catch to retire the side. 1 left for Seattle. They trail here 4-0. Jose Abreu comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Joel Peralta is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Jose Abreu stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Leading off with a drive, first baseman.
And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2.
Yeah, that's a different
Damn.
pitch here, but also on the outside corner. Also taken for a strike. So he's got him in a quick 0-2 hole now.
Here's a high pop-up. Bogarts is there for it. 1 down.
Third baseman, number
You
6.
see here on show track,
Kyle
that
Seager.
pitch up and in just ties him in knots. You leave that out over the plate, you'll be in trouble, but if you can locate there, things will be just fine.
Kyle Seager is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And this catches the zone as well.
Damn.
It's 0-2 now. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And a splitter
There we go.
swung on
Good
and
deal.
missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. Michael Conforto steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. Indians go down 1-2-3. They lead it. Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. And it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word from the dugout is. But here's one more look at it. Man, that's tough to tell if he was out for sure from that angle. And I can see why this was a really tough call on the umpire.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier.
Damn it, now it's out.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Kinsler down on the ground. It's there. He got him.
Whew, no problem. Well, they say pitching and defense is what's going to win you ball games, and we've seen evidence of both in this one. That's an incredible play right there, and it's just part of the reason why this guy still has a shutout working.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors, because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Yasiel Puig will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And Soto can't hang on as it gets away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
All right, good deal.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Grounder hit hard
there we
down
go.
The first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
First run.
And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now a 4-1 game.
And nothing gains momentum more than a 2-strike, 2-out RBI. He just stays with his ball nicely. That'll fire up the whole dugout.
Will Myers will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Puig off for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Drilled to the left side.
Oh, there we go.
That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
They continue to rack up the hits. That puts runners on first and second now. But, as we always say, it's what you do with all those base runners that's important. And so far, they haven't done a whole lot. Just take a look at our score.
Xander Bogaerts strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Well, I think I'm about ready to declare his cold streak over. He's broken out of it in a big way here. His 3rd hit of the ball game, and he looks as good as gold to my eyes.
Yunel Escobar steps into the box here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away.
Yeah, and this is one of those make-or-break moments in a ballgame, Matt. You don't want to let an opportunity like this in the middle innings get away from you.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Kane going back to the track. He tracks it down.
Oh man, he hit it all the way to straight center. All right.
Franklin Gutierrez will stand in to get things going for the Indians in their half of the 6th. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Hot shot to third. Fielded by Escobar. And reined in 1 away.
Well, that's a nice job right there to readjust to that curveball. I don't know if he was sitting on it or what, but he certainly hit it hard. Unfortunately for him, right at someone.
Eduardo Escobar will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
You should have tossed that shit.
Well, you talk about being locked in at the plate right now. That is 10 straight games with a base hit now. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see how long he can keep this thing going.
Giovanni Soto stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. Still 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, maybe a little bit extra on this 2-2 fastball. Here it is on show track, and you can see it just burn off that inside corner. That's a tough pitch to handle.
Joseph Martinez steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit up in the zone, and he didn't miss it. He'll be looking for it again right here.
Now a splitter's in there, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Fly ball out to straightaway right field.
God dog it.
Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
And that play was just an absolute mess. I mean, if you want to see a manager lose his mind, try letting a guy score from first on an error. And that's an absolute gift of a run there.
In now is Lorenzo Cain as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Man.
Hard hit ball to second. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Indians forced to settle for one. 7th inning coming up. It's the Indians 5 and the Mariners 1. Back here in Cleveland, 7th inning coming up with the Indians on top. But before we get any further, let's check out our game summary for the first 6 innings. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Kinsler's there for it, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
You get a look there at his pitch breakdown so far. Well, that sinker of his is a great weapon to have, and he picked the right spot to use it there.
One away for Seattle now in inning number 7, and that'll bring in the catcher Ryan Hannigan. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. It's sharply toward third. But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out.
And there you get a look at his pitches by inning. You can see the count. He's at 83 for the ball game. Not a huge concern just yet, but he's starting to get up there.
Jackie Bradley Jr. will step in, a ground out victim as last time.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for him.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back.
Shit.
No chance. It's gone. A solo shot off the bat of Jackie Bradley Jr. And it's now a 5-2 game. Standing in Kevin Kiermaier.
Oh,
As
man.
he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Well, a couple of good swings back to back, but nothing at all to show for it.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Yeah, this pitch is just nowhere near the target. You see it run in and catch him right about thigh high. I have a feeling the bruise will be worse than the pain. That'll leave a nice rainbow for a good couple of weeks.
Standing in now, Corey Dickerson. And a sinker dips too low there.
Good deal.
Into the dirt, in fact.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
Hit hard to short, and he'll try and knock it down at short, but it gets on by him.
The right fielder, number 66.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Justin Miller will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign. Yasiel Puig gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1 for the Mariners, and it comes on this solo home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Indians 5 and the Mariners 2. Ian Kinsler stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Ian Kinsler.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit out towards second. Jerko fields it cleanly. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The first baseman, number 79.
So one away, and that will bring in the dangerous Cuban slugger, Jose Abreu. Into the seats, 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Working quickly now as the splitter's in there, 0-2. This crowd, not a huge one strictly in terms of numbers, has definitely had plenty to cheer about.
Yeah, they have been a very vocal bunch, that's for sure. These are the true fans out there on a night like this.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Abreu's going to head for second. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
Yeah, for a 1-2 pitch, this bites off a lot of the strike zone. You can see on show track, it's pretty much right down the heart of the plate. He jumps all over it and drives it for a one-out double.
Kyle Seager is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1.
Well, when you plug Kyle Seager into your lineup, you can pretty much pencil in 20 home runs plus and anywhere from 70 to 100 RBIs. And that's a very productive hit.
Shit.
And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's now 6-2.
And you wonder if maybe this one is the one that finishes things off. That's going to make this a 6-2 game now. And with time running short, 4 runs might be just a little too much to make up the way they've swung the bats.
Michael Conforto gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Well, now the Mariners get some action in the bullpen as a left-hander's begun to get loose.
Okay, good.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. Michael Conforto is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Now a good take here as he misses for a ball, and it's 2-1 now to the Cleveland left fielder. No shortage of extra base hits as you see the totals there. 6 runs, 9 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Again, he sends it out of play. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you, so you've got to be ready to try and turn on something.
There to take it is Escobar, 2 away now. Franklin Gutierrez strides in, grounded out his last time through. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Tap foul at home plate. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Right 3 called, and the inning is over. A run for the Indians on the RBI double. We'll march on to the 8th. It's the Indians 6 and the Mariners 2. Will Myers comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Hit sharply on the ground. Taken in by Kinsler. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Our line scorer here from Progressive Field. Tribe leading this one in the 8th as they look to put the finishing touches on a solid home win. Xander Bogaerts digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. And that's too high, ball 2.
Looks like they're showing a bit more respect to that guy up there. That's what a 3-for-3 ball game will do for you.
Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Conforto is under it. 2 gone.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. He's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
Yunel Escobar will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for his first base hit in this one.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Jed Jerko will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Damn it,
man.
man.
The ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And Abreu will make the play, and that ends the inning. Mariners leave 1. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Eduardo Escobar digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Giovanni Soto.
Giovanni Soto gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Hit hard to the right side. There is Jerko on to first, and there are 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Joseph Martinez.
Joseph Martinez steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. Hit on the ground is short. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 9th inning coming up. It's the Indians 6 and the Mariners 2. And welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Charlie Furbush will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the 9th. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Ryan Hennigan, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Towards second.
Damn.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the 2nd out.
And that's telling of how they've swung the bat. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Mark Reynolds will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Reynolds.
And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Shit.
Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And a swing and a miss on a good pitch, and the Mariners are down to their final strike now.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1 and 2?
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
And that's a hallmark of this ball club. They'll fight you to the very end. They were down to their last strike, but he decides he's not ready to go home just yet. And that's your one responsibility in this spot. Just keep the line moving for one more batter.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it.
Damn.
Throw on to first will be in time, and the Indians have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
And that turns out to be a great start to this series for these guys as they take game 1 here in front of the home crowd.
That's all right.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run.
Wednesday night baseball coming your way from Progressive Field in Cleveland. Tonight, the 2nd of 3 to start the week between the Seattle Mariners and the Cleveland Indians. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Let's get
Charles
something going here.
Pena is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Cleveland. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, in his last start, ended up taking the loss. Didn't go deep, only threw 5 innings, so hopefully he can get into the 7th or 8th in this one.
A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners starting lineup. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Well, they need to get guys on base, so you need patience at the top of the lineup and then aggressiveness out of the middle of the order once you've got some guys to drive in.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1.
There's usually no one on base.
Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Grounded to the right. Taken in by Abreu. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, the defense is going to be very involved. This guy on the mound doesn't strike out a lot of hitters. Balls are put in play constantly, so the defense is going to be active.
Now a swing and a fly ball.
Damn it.
And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Conforto is there, and he'll put it away to retire the... Jeremy Hellickson gets the ball for Seattle in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA under 4. For a starting pitcher,
man.
that is very dependable.
I thought he caught that.
Just looking for a consistent start here in this one.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Ian Kinsler will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Kane runs. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Hellickson pauses. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And EK, you take a look at these Mariners entering play here tonight. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
When you're looking at trying to get out of a funk like this, it always helps when you can hand the ball over to a veteran starter that's been through this before, and luckily for them, they're going to be able to do that here.
Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, I know this team has to be hoping that Jose Abreu can get it going. Coming off a terrible month at the plate, which he hit less than 200. Hopefully turning the page on the calendar will help snap him out of this slump.
And later in the game, maybe you question this decision to run because you worry about taking the bat out of the hands of one of your best hitters. But here in a scoreless game, I doubt they're going to put him on. So that was a good job to take what's given to you.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Fly ball out to straightaway right. On the move is Puig. He's there, but he missed it. Around
Come
third
on,
and being waved
what the
on home.
fuck, dude?
And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Brock Holt is going to come in now and take over following the injury.
Now playing right field, number 12.
Kyle Seager comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups.
Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So with that home run, he's now just 2 shy of an even 100 for his career.
Well, 100 home runs is a nice round number, Matt, but not such a big number that he'll get too excited about it. I'm sure he'll get the ball, put it on his shelf, and move on.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Bogarts has it in time to first, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at how the Mariners will set up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, this center fielder that we're going to watch, great range. Ton of speed, can cover a lot of ground. One of the gold glove,
and we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. Leading off the inning, Brock Holt, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I cannot believe I'm already
From
down
the
by 3.
windup, the 1-1 pitch. Tap fouled at home plate. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2.
Can't believe they didn't try to fuck me over and have to catch it.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Will Myers will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night. First pitch on its way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting 6, center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Kevin Kiermaier into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
That's just a great spot for the fastball against a hitter like this. Just off the plate enough to make him offer, but not good enough that he can do anything with it.
Gutierrez is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Still down 3-0. Eduardo Escobar strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Sent on the ground out to second. Jerko has it and reined in 1 away.
Batting 8. Catcher.
And with that, let's take a moment to show you what's happening in the American League's Western Division. Giovanni Soto will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Smoked on the ground left side. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Well, he's been a little slow out of the blocks here to start the season, but that looks a little better there as this is a sharp base hit.
Joseph Martinez steps in hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Runners on first with 1 down. And he misses with it. 1-1.
You can tell a lot about how effective this guy is going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it. Holt makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Lorenzo Cain is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. Flying toward right center.
Shit.
And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Well, this is something their hitting coach preaches every day at the batting cage. Stay inside the ball. Here he lets the ball get deeper into the zone, then stays back and drives it to the right center gap.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. As the first pitch to him is lifted out in the air out towards shallow right
what
field.
The fuck,
and he
dude?
can't track it down. A base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. And not in time as the second run scores.
And this is when you know the stars are lined up in your favor as a hitter. I mean, look how bunched up he was on that swing, yet he still finds a way to muscle that to right for a double.
I don't know what
so
to
here's
fucking
the
do
slugging
anymore.
first baseman Jose Abreu now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Called strike 0-2. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. Once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
On the move is Kiermaier. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Yunel Escobar will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Yeah, of course.
Second baseman
Jed Jerko will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Moving under it, Conforto, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
But with the big lead, he can afford to take a few chances with that fastball. And here, this one works out for him because this is nothing more than an easy fly ball.
James McCann will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. High in the air out to center field.
God damn it.
Cannon will wait on it. And that will retire the side. Mariners are down in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Kyle Seager digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
I can even get up. Oh, Pete. Oh, dang it.
Hellickson sets his sights. Here's the first pitch.
I need to get something
and he
going.
takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Right side. Jerko fields it cleanly, and he's set down 1 away.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Michael Conforto is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch there. That thing tried to come back, but didn't quite get there.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the 2nd out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and digging in is the right fielder, Franklin Gutierrez. That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. Curveball there, this one touching 77 miles an hour, 2 strikes. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Skied into straightaway right.
All right, we gotta get something going this next time.
Holt is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Indians go down 1-2-3, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Xander Bogaerts will stand in to begin their half of the 4th with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
First offering on its way. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Kane going back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall, and he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
In there. Oh man, knocked it over.
The left fielder, number 25, Jackie Bradley.
Into the box now, Jackie Bradley Jr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around third is Bogaerts heading for the plate.
There we go.
And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. That makes it a 5-1 contest. Corey Dickerson is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. For Bradley, he's at second with his second double of this young season. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit around third. Here's Bradley in full flight, and they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Yeah, nobody out in this situation, so no reason to try to push the envelope too far. So they're going to put the stop sign up there at third base. But this is a dream start to this inning now with runners on the corners and nobody out.
Brock Holt is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
Hit hard back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And to score is the runner from third. It's now a 5-2 game. Will Myers stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Come on, Willie.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And that's waved at and missed for strike 1.
I was thinking fastball.
Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play. Kevin Kiermaier is into the box for his second appearance.
It's alright that we're putting some runs on the board, aren't we?
Here comes the first pitch. Into the seats, 0-1.
I didn't think I would hit that. I don't know why I swung, but...
And he falls behind 0-2.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to drop one down the line.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Good changeup right there, down in the strike zone. Definitely the one they wanted to strike him out on, so that's a great job to lay off.
Damn.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
That was close. I don't know why I swung at that.
And another foul ball. Here's the pitch on 2-2. On the ground up the middle. Escobar ranging up the middle. And a super play to gun his man down as the side. Eduardo Escobar is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Hit to third. On it goes right through him into left field.
I'm not even going to say nothing to that.
Giovanni Soto rides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. You guys surprised at all that that man doesn't have the bullpen going yet?
Well, he's showing a lot of faith in his starter, but to me, you've at least got to get someone stretching down there. Move him around a little bit.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
The batter,
Joseph Martinez is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Grounded back up the middle. Gloved by Bogarts. The tag,
damn
and
it.
he is out. Stepping in, Lorenzo Cain. He singled his last time up. Hit the other way out toward right field. Holt moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
Got fucking
one left for the try.
Right there.
Leading off the inning, Yunel Escobar, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Smoke toward third, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
the batter number 3, second baseman.
Striding into the box, Jed Jerko. He flew out in his last at-bat. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, you see his pitch count on your screen right there. That's not a mistake. He's been loving those first pitch outs. That's for sure.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
And this is hauled in just shy of the track out there for out number 2.
Why can't they drop him? Fuck, man.
James McCann is into the box for
I done
his
dropped
second
3 in the
appearance.
past 2 games.
0 for 1 with a fly out. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Gutierrez is under this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. Ian Kinsler comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Hellickson back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him here. It's strike 1. Front door curve is taken. Strike 2.
And a good pitch there. It's a big front door curveball, and he had no way of opening up to it.
So with the leadoff man aboard to begin the inning, let's call on our daily feature, this date in baseball history. Koji Uehara is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Uehara's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little foul. Looking for the strikeout, here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Well, you never know. This might have been the lesser of 2 evils right here. If you take this pitch, you know it's strike 3. If you swing, you might bounce into a double play ball. So the best he could have done was maybe fouled that thing off, but instead, he comes up empty.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, when you plug Kyle Seager into your lineup, you can pretty much pencil in 20 home runs plus and anywhere from 70 to 100 RBIs, and that's a very productive hit.
And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Michael Conforto will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. This is hit high and deep out to left. Ranging back is Bradley. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, Xander Bogaerts, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. That's popped up, out towards short right field. Kinsler is there for it, and he hauls it in for the first out
Why
of the
can't they
inning.
just drop the ball once?
Now batting, left fielder, Jackie.
Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Corey Dickerson will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
I tried.
And there's ball 1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Seems like it's been a fairly
I'm about to snap that umpire's fucking
hard
neck.
Stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. But they just look lost up there.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's
All right, I'm
working
gonna go
full
power
now
swing.
at
Fuck
3-2.
It's just so hard to lay
2
off that
outs.
slow
Might as well get their
changeup.
last out.
He just did break that swing off in time.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
The right fielder, number 12.
Brock Holt will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
No,
still 2-2.
There.
5-2 is our score here in inning number 6. Pulled toward right center field.
Fuck, drop it.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Franklin Gutierrez gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team. Grounded up the first baseline. Myers scoops it up, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out. Eduardo Escobar will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Hot shot down the line. 5 runs, 7 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Here's a guy that kind of got called on early, but since coming on in the 5th, he's retired 5 in a row out of the bullpen.
Giovanni Soto is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Uehara looks in. Here he comes 0-1. Squared that one up just a little late. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tribe. They're still out in front, 5-2. Will Myers will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Conforto is there to put this one away, and it takes just 1 pitch to record the first out of the 7th. Kevin Kiermaier will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away. Yunel Escobar stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, you'd like to think he had one more big pitch here to get him out of the inning and then call it a night, but he's having a hard time finding the strike zone right now.
Hit to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mariners are down in order, and the deficit remains 5-2. Joseph Martinez will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
The windup and the 0-1. Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2. This crowd, not a huge one strictly in terms of numbers, has definitely had plenty to cheer about.
Yeah, they have been a very vocal bunch, that's for sure.
These
are the true fans out there on a night like this.
Lifted into the air out towards center field. Kiermaier has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
Hit hard to short. Bogarts has it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 9.
Ian Kinsler ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second.
Damn it, man.
And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Indians. Jed Jerko will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, catcher, James.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. On his way to pitch number 75. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hit in the air out toward left.
Fuck,
Conforto
man.
has it in his tracks. 2 down. Xander Bogaerts will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Seattle. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1 and 2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout. Jose Abreu digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Bogaerts gonna have to hurry and taken in out there for the first out.
Third baseman number 15,
Kyle Seager strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Hard hit towards center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Michael Conforto stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Not cheated on that swing, but the splitters by him 0 and 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Hard hit ball to second. There is Jerko. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over.
All right, man.
And welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Jonathan Papelbon is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
number 58.
Jackie Bradley Jr. to be the first one to greet Papelbon as he'll get things started here in the 9th.
This just isn't any closer. This is one of the top closers in the game, so good luck.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
Papelbon's ready. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Got him swinging 2-0, but he missed the splitter 2-1. Hit hard towards second.
Fuck, man.
There to make the play is Kinsler as he takes away a knock. 1 gone. Corey Dickerson will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners.
Damn
Take
it,
it
I
one
wanna do
pitch
that.
at a time, one runner at a time.
Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2.
And that's right where you want to be with your specialty pitches. If you can start them knee-high and let them dip out of the strike zone, you'll have a lot of success with locations like that one.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
Come on, man.
Free call. Wow. He couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Brock Holt makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
And a swing and a miss on a good pitch, and the Mariners are down to their final strike now.
You can't afford to be doing that when you're playing catch-up.
Papelbon trying to finish it. The pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And this ball's in the air to left field, and this should do it. And that's going to put an end to this one. And the Indians have taken games 1 and 2 here at home, as this one is over. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the 9th.
We've got baseball for you this afternoon from Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Jason Green gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, in his last start, he pitched like a reliever. He only gave him 3 innings. No decision. He's going to have to do a much better job here.
Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. Jackie Bradley Jr. will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Eric, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, they're on a nice little run. Winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
And right after the game, they're off to begin a 9-game road trip. So they'd love to finish this homestand off with a victory.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report, because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Well, of course, that was good timing.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. And with a quick breather here, Let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Jose Abreu coming from Cuba, everybody knew about what he could do at the...
And this one is gone, a home run. A solo shot here to left as the Mariners take a 1-0 lead. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball one. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Off balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Come on, Will.
He's set. Here it comes. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count, 0-1. The 0-1. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Got him swinging,
What the
and
fuck,
that
that's
will
swing.
end the inning.
Oh, man.
But the Mariners drop. Bartolo Colon, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, in his last start, he went 6 innings. Didn't have a favorable outcome, ended up taking the loss, but he was relatively decent.
God damn it. Throw the fucking ball.
And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Ian Kinsler will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Bradley will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Who stands out to you?
Hoping that Jose Abreu can get it going. He's without a steal in this series. Not a stat line you hear about him too often. Just needs to work on getting on base, and then he can think about being aggressive and taking an extra 90 feet.
Kyle Seager will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired.
Okay,
so it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors. Brock Holt will stand in here. He drove in 1 of their 2 runs in last night's ball game.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and
drop,
that
bitch.
high.
In there, a base hit. So with the leadoff man reaching base here, let's take a moment to check out this date in baseball history. Mark Reynolds will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. From the stretch.
Ooh.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
That would have been a good one.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Nobody out, runner on first.
Finally got a lead. Might get another win. Damn, I feel special.
Hit sharply on the ground to the
Damn,
left.
Mark Reynolds, calm down.
Just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. Jed Jerko will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
I figured I'd try that
not
out.
very decisive there. And hey, it's early, but this is a big spot.
Yeah, and you need to be able to commit to what you're doing, because you're not going to do anything with a swing like that.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
All right, now you've just seen 2
Damn,
straight
he's all kinds of
breaking
fucked up
pitches
right
miss
now.
away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate
Oh,
that pitch.
bitch.
No way does he throw it a third time.
And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first
I think that
out.
was even out of the zone.
James McCann will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in
There he
April.
is.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike
Oh.
at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
That could have went either
Goal
way.
right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over.
Ooh.
And he's able to jump ahead.
A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And
There we
he
go.
is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Up next for
Kevin Kiermaier will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
Not really a good
Bad.
at-bat there. Forget getting out, but he didn't see any pitches as well.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Conforto is there. Let's see if they test it.
Oh, man.
And never
Oh,
much of
never
a
mind.
chance
That
to
would've-
even
that was
think about
perfect.
scoring there. What a big second out.
now batting, right fielder.
Jackie Bradley Jr. gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2.
Ooh.
Into the seats, 0-1. Runners
Damn,
at the
man, that was
corners,
good.
2 men out.
Good timing.
And boy,
Oh,
they're
wow.
really giving him fits inside now
Oh,
as he
wow.
can't
That
get
was dumb.
extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
When
All I
you're
have
in
to
a
say is,
key
oh,
spot
wow.
like this, you can't allow yourself to get tied up that badly.
Oh, fuck,
Protecting
man.
on 0-2, so we'll
That
do
was
it
right where I
again.
needed it. Oh, it's a little bit inside.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Well, he watched that one all the way in, and it looked like he almost gave up on it. He's pretty lucky that wasn't called strike 3.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Just staying
Damn.
alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
Staying alive. Damn, we got almost to 40 pitches in the.
Swung on
Fuck.
in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The
Almost
throw
got
to
him to
first
40
is in
pitches in the
time,
second inning.
and the inning is over. Michael
His arm's gonna get
Conforto
tied.
will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
Line towards
Wow,
center
I
field.
had to talk shit about
And
him
the
not
base
doing
hit,
good. Now
so
look
the
at him.
leadoff man is on to begin the inning. Into the box
Fucking up
now,
my groove,
Franklin
man.
Gutierrez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Chop foul
Okay,
over
good
towards
deal.
the coaching box.
Good.
A runner at
Too
first with
soon
no
right
outs
there.
here. And he takes strike
Oh,
3
shit.
called on the
Didn't say.
fastball. 1 gone.
Was I even in the zone?
Into the box, Eduardo Escobar, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. A stab, and he's got it. Throw on to second,
Oh,
so
he
they'll get
got
the
him.
lead man, and that's all. But
My
wisely,
dog,
no
he
thought of
got
a
him.
return throw, and the inning will continue.
Catcher, Shio
Giovanni Soto is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Colon pauses. Here's the 1-1. That's on the corner to put him behind now.
Let's try that 2-seam again. Oh!
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes,
yeah,
and you'll see
made
another
me regret
one.
that decision.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
When a pitcher's close to getting through a quick inning, this is where you really need
We're
to
gonna do
grind
another
out your
slider.
at-bats, especially as a bottom-of-the-order guy. So this is a good job.
Come on, get it, Jericho.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Back from Progressive Field as we're set for the beginning of the 3rd inning here on the show. Corey Dickerson is into the box as we are all set to begin the 3rd.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he reaches up to track this one down for the first out, and he had to go a long way to get to that ball.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Oh, that one got the pitcher. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. Now, and it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word from the dugout is. But here's one more look at it. Man, that's tough to tell if he was out for sure from that angle. And I can see why this was a really tough call on the umpire.
Here's Will Myers, as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. Kane is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side.
One of the best outfielders have to be out there right there.
Joseph Martinez will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
And reined in, 1 away. Colon gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. Lorenzo Cain is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
Oh, God, dog it. I should have
down
threw
the
that.
middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run.
That's all right.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
So a solo shot down the line in left, and the Indians are on the board now. It's a 2-1 game. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Swing, and this is also hit well out to deep center. Back goes Kiermaier. Gone. They've tied the game on back-to-back home runs. So it's a solo shot for Ian Kinsler as the Indians have come back to tie it at 2. Jose Abreu comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. From a knee, he gets him. What a play.
Third baseman, number 15.
To be the batter, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Good